Got a deep mid-wicket in position. We've got a fine leg that is rather square. Mid-on is in the circle, interestingly. And mid-off is back on the boundary. Backward point, short third man. We've got a short extra cover and a cover fieldsman in the circle. A play and a miss. A good start there from Mariama Haider. That one just going on with the arm.
Yeah, very deceptive action. As we can see. Does tend to put off the batsman.
Interesting. Gawang Choden just eyeing up that offside, trying to count how many fielders are there on that side of the wicket. There we go. She goes offside, does not find the gap. Backward point cleans up very easily. So another dot ball, consecutive dot balls here for Mariama Haider. You have to say, if you pierce that offside field, a very, very fast outfield on that side of the wicket. She tries to go down the ground. She's going to find long off. So she picks up a single. Gawang Choden. Yeshe Choden, yet to get off the mark, will be facing the left arm spinner for the first time today. Expect her to bowl straight. We have a long on in position. Scratch that. Long on's coming up in the circle to mid on, and long off is dropping back instead. There's a deep mid wicket on the boundary. Mariama Haider tosses it up wide, and that's been edged away. This could be the second boundary, or rather the first boundary. Maria Jasvi cuts that off. So just 2 runs there. We had 5 wides, of course, earlier in the innings.
I mean, it was there to be put away. They were through the cover region, but she does get a bit of a thick outside edge on that. Collects a couple of runs.
I have to say, it's good to see the intent, however, from Bhutan's batters. Mariama Haider looking for that early breakthrough to peg Bhutan back. That's tossed up. Defended straight to long off. Bhutan pick up a useful single.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well, Bhutan, in the start of this proceedings. I think they were driven pretty nicely to long off.
Yeah, it's good to see the 2 batters just getting a feel of the surface and getting a feel of conditions. If you can build that strong base, get to a total of around 15 or 20 after 4 overs. You've got that foundation to build from. Big appeal. That had to be pitching outside leg, Seth.
Definitely pitching outside leg. Actually, very difficult to get LBW decisions when you're coming around the wicket.
Absolutely, and it's 10 for no loss after 2. You hit the nail on the head from around the wicket if you're a left-arm spinner bowling to the left-hander. Well, you have to pitch it absolutely perfectly. Former skipper Yeshe Choden is back on strike. Saif, if you are Kuwait captain Amna Sharif, do you get a slip-in position given that Maria Jasvi beat the outside edge of both right-handers on 1 occasion each in the first over?
Yeah, no doubt. In my mind, you need to have a slip in there.
Oh, that's been slapped down the ground. Very unlucky for Yeshe Choden. That clatters into the stumps. That could have easily been 2 runs, if not more.
Yeah, I mean, the bowler could have got a hand on that and could have been the first wicket as well for Kuwait.
Here we go. Yeshe Choden on strike yet again. That's wide. Oh, yes, she does find the gap. Square on the offside, a misfield. And she's going to collect her first boundary. So first boundary off the bat for Yeshe Choden and for Bhutan. Their score moves on to 14 after 2.2 overs.
Yeah, I think there was a loose delivery from Maria Jasvi. I think they have been a bit inconsistent with their line and length so far in this match. Something that they can definitely work on. Well put away by Yashi Choden.
Yeah, at first she did not find the gap, but that fielder at backward point, she could have done way better. That's full, too full. It's a full toss. It's been eased away through the offside. A work to do here for Khadija Khalil. Is she going to cut it off? That's a valiant effort there. She saves 2 runs and she draws the applause from Kuwait's dugout.
Definitely great effort in the field, but yet again another loose delivery from Maria Jasvi. Gentle full toss. Put away for another couple of runs. Put away nicely, in fact. High elbow, check drive.
Absolutely, the high elbow. Beautiful to watch. I love the square on stance from Yeshe Choden. Very classical. Here we go, Maria Jasvi. That's guided away really nicely. Has she found the gap? Yes, she has. This could be another 2. Or is it going to run away to the boundary? It does run away to the boundary. It's a second boundary, the over for Yeshe Choden. This is a really, really good start for Bhutan. They've put pedal to the metal.
That's brilliant from Yeshe Choden. Beautifully played, late cut, piercing that gap through backward point and short third man. And yet again, another loose delivery must be said. Too much width in offer. Put away beautifully by Yeshe Choden.
It's really good batting as well because Maria Jasvi over pitching with that delivery and over correcting on this occasion. Yeshe Choden strong off the front foot, quick to get onto that back foot as well. Not trying to overhit the ball either, using the pace of the delivery and just guiding it away.
Yeah, immediately they brought the sweeper point in play as well as a deep extra cover. Don't see this sort of field too often in the modern game.
Perhaps Amna Sharif just trying to get out of this over.
Yeah.
It's been a really expensive one, 10 runs off it so far. Maria Jasvi a little bit loose in this game, conceding 5 wides earlier as well. Here she comes, 2 deliveries left in her over. Watchfully played by Yeshe Choden, nothing fancy needed when you've got 10 runs off the over. Last ball coming up, Maria Jasvi. On the leg stump and yet another wide delivery. Thank God that fine leg was alert to that situation. Amna Sharif unable to collect yet again.
I just have a feeling that Maria Jasvi is not communicating well with the skipper as well. Because you put 2 fielders on the offside and I think you're worried that you consider 2 bounding the offside and now you're bowling to the leg side where there is less protection as well. Doesn't exactly make sense. It's got to stick to that off stump line now when you have 2 fielders. Exactly, just like that. Could be a couple of runs here. No, just single.
Oh, look at that. Mariam Omar, strong throw from the deep. We've been talking her up throughout the tournament. She's making us look very wise and smart up here in the commentary box. 11 runs off that over. 12, I beg your pardon. 22 for no loss, Bhutan after 3. Mariam Omar, one of the best boundary riders in this tournament. Perhaps the single best boundary rider in this tournament. The next game, of course, between Hong Kong and Nepal. Hong Kong's boundary riders. They've developed quite a reputation for themselves. Mariam Bibi, Ikra Sahar, and Shanzeen Shehzad save so many runs every single game on that boundary with their ground fielding. But we're not going to get distracted by that for now. It's Mariama Haider in to bowl the 4th over.
Great start at the bat by Bhutan. Current run rate 7.33.
That's guided away to short third man. No single on offer. Maria Jasvi fires in a throw. I'm getting a lot of requests on social media to provide toss updates. If you want updates on the game, the best thing you can do is follow Malaysia Cricket on Twitter, as well as ACC Media. That's a quick single attempted, and they make it in very easily. Great calling there from Gawang Choden. Like we said, the best thing you can do is follow us across social media at Malaysia Cricket and follow ACC Media as well, providing regular updates throughout this game, as well as the other game being played at the UKM YSD Oval around 20 minutes away from here. 20 minutes or 2 days sometimes in this Malaysian traffic. That's on the leg side, and that's been punished, but there's a deep mid-wicket in position, so just a single.
I feel like Mariama Haider has been overflighting the ball, if I must say so myself. Too much air has been given. Gives the batter a lot of time to adjust. It's a good delivery.
Yeah, right on cue, Seth. Perhaps she's listening to your commentary, just shortening up her length a little bit. And you're right, much better there from Mariama Haider. 2 deliveries left in this over, a much better one here for Kuwait. 2 runs off it so far. Can she close things out? That's down the leg side. Work to do here for fine leg. Bit of a misfield there, allowing the batters to get back for 2.
Yashi Choden has definitely impressed today so far. Plays some traditional cricket strokes, and she seems to be having a very composed stance, compact as well.
Absolutely. The team manager a couple of days ago, Ugan Dorji, telling me that she's been replaced as captain. A quick single. Oh, a better throw would have had her in trouble just as we were talking her up. Saif, is there any need to take such big risks?
Yeah, definitely not. I think there's a bit of hesitancy as well. She did look like she stopped for a bit. And she gave up as well. I think she knew that it was a direct hit would have been curtains for her.
That brings the 4th over to a close. It's 27 for none, Bhutan. As we have a change in bowling, Mariam Omar into the attack from this end, bowling the 5th over for Kuwait. It looks like we have 3 fielders outside the circle. Mariam Omar perhaps just realizing that. There we go. Kuwait avoiding the embarrassing situation of conceding a no-ball free hit. A reminder, of course, only 2 fielders allowed outside the 25-yard circle. A lot of different field changes here. Perhaps a sign that Kuwait are just a little bit rattled here today, this morning at the Kinrara Oval. Off spinner, Mariam Omar. Oh, yeah, there we go. First breakthrough for Kuwait. Yeshe Choden, we were talking her up. And she has to walk back to the pavilion. So 27 for 1 Bhutan. Kuwait are back in this game.
Great delivery. Unfortunately, no feed from Yeshe Choden, resulting in her playing and missing. Had a good start with the bat. Unfortunately, she has to walk back now.
Really, really good bowling there from Mariam Omar. That one just going on with the arm and clipping that off bail. Yeshe Choden and Dechan Wangmo exchanging a fist bump. The skipper Dechan Wangmo walking in at number 3. We haven't seen her with her leg spinners so far in this tournament. Or we haven't seen much of her leg spinners. I did not cover the previous Bhutan game. Nonetheless, she's walking in at number 3 right now to partner Gawang Choden. A good platform and a good start here from Bhutan. They're 27 for 1. We have 5 deliveries left in the 5th over. If you're just joining us, Kuwait, they won the toss and decided to field first. A little bit of loose bowling from them at the start of the innings, including 5 wides from Maria Josvi. 2 boundaries coming in Josvi's next over. Bhutan, a really good start, courtesy of Yeshe Choden, who just walked back to the dugout, being bowled by a really good arm ball from Mariam Omar. So Mariam Omar with a wicket off her first delivery. She's going to be looking for wicket number 2. She's not going to get it like that. That's been punished over square leg on the leg side. Perhaps if square leg had timed that jump earlier, it could have been 2 wickets down.
Yeah, but that's a really loose delivery from Mariam Omar. Surprising after bowling an exceptional delivery to get rid of Yeshe Choden.
Mariam Omar, she sets higher standards for herself. She wants to play in the WBBL. Down in Australia, she's played with and alongside and against the likes of Elise Villani, Meg Lanning, Annabelle Sutherland. There we go, just guided away, square of the wicket. So Dechan Wangmo, she gets off the mark with the boundary and now picks up a single. Ooh, overthrows? I don't think so. But just a little bit sloppy here from Kuwait. You have the opposition just under pressure a tad. You bowl a full toss. You can't let them off the hook that easily.
I think Bhutan should be looking at getting close to about 120, 100 runs. I think that would be a bit difficult because as we've seen throughout this tournament, Kuwait has been not so strong with the bat. And Bhutan's bowling, it's another
That's a
delivery.
really short. Looks like an attempted bouncer there. Didn't pay off at all. Pulled away behind square on the leg side. Gawang Choden with her first boundary. And this over getting more and more expensive. 9 runs off it in spite of the wicket. Mariam Omar conceding 2 boundaries, 2 deliveries left now in this, the 5th over.
Kuwait's highest score in this tournament has been 84. So I think Bhutan have a chance here. It's another loose delivery from Mariam Omar, who's been a bit wavered after taking that wicket on the very first delivery.
As you can see on your screens, Dechan Wangmo just getting loose, perhaps preparing herself for a hit over the leg side. That's not there to hit a good end to the over for Mariam Omar, but a very expensive one. 10 runs off it, Bhutan motoring along their 37 for 1 after 5. And there we go, as people in South Asia, in Nepal and India starting to wake up, starting to tune in to their social media feeds. Excitement is building for the afternoon game between Hong Kong and Nepal. And what a great game to whet your appetite for that big encounter this afternoon. 2 rather evenly matched teams in Kuwait and Bhutan, but you have to say Bhutan with the upper hand. Mariama Haider will want to change that. She's into her 3rd over, bowling the final over of the power play. Oh, a play and a miss. Much better. Shortening her length. Gawang Choden unable to do much with that. That's on the legs. A very, very ambitious appeal. But more importantly for Kuwait, it's yet another dot ball. Gawang Choden not happy with herself.
Yeah, we can see Mariama Haider is not exactly extracting much turn off the surface. And she's just maybe straightening a tad bit and going with the angle more often than not.
This might actually be the best batting surface we've seen in the tournament so far. That's hit straight to mid-off. So the frustration growing for Gawang Choden here. She wants to get a move on and make the most of the 3 deliveries that remain in this power play. This surface, of course, different to the one that's been used in the last couple of days. That surface a lot more green, more grass on that wicket. Very little grass on this. As guided away straight to third man.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about Gawang Choden is that she's still looking positive, attempting a sweep shot, stepping up down the wicket, and then attempting a cut shot. We could see some exciting.
Here we go. 2 deliveries left. And she runs. She runs.
Tight.
Oh, there we go. A direct hit would have had her perhaps in a bit of trouble. But the important thing for Bhutan is that at least they get a run off this over. You don't want a maiden in the last over of the power play. Dechen Wangmo, she's on strike. And I have a feeling she's really going to go for this one.
Yeah, the last ball of the power play as well. So it is definitely on the cards. They've only put 1 fielder down as well.
Mid-wicket now moving straighter. We also have a deep mid-wicket that's guided away. A really good over there from Mariam Haider. Just 1 run coming off the 6th over. Getting Kuwait perhaps just back in this contest. Saif, do you feel like this could potentially be a turning point for Kuwait?
Yeah, I think definitely that they've got a bit of momentum now on their side. But Bhutan wouldn't be too upset about this power play as well. 38 runs in 6 overs is pretty decent, I'd say. They just look to capitalize on it. Then plenty of fielders have dropped down to the boundaries, and that opens up a lot of singles and doubles as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And perhaps Bhutan would be wise to just milk the bowling at this stage. Nothing too fancy needed. We have 5 fielders on the leg side. This is a very interesting field. It's a 5-4 leg side field. There we go, and she goes leg side. Good stuff from Mariam Omar, bowling to her field.
Yeah, it's very important now that Bhutan just form a bit of partnership here.
This is one of the few occasions I've seen a 5-4 leg side field in this tournament. That's played away through the offside. Oh, that's a very good stop there at cover. Mariam Omar should not have been bowling there. And she has to thank that cover fielder for saving a couple of runs and making her figures look even better. And credit, of course, to Gawang Choden as well. Just playing inside out, making some room for herself. Seems like the field is pretty much staying in the same place for the right-hander as well. Good stuff. Dechen Wangmo using her feet, unable to find the gap. But great intent, trying to make something of this 7th over. Statistically speaking, the 7th over is the 2nd most economical over in a T20 innings. That's defended. And straight to Maria Jasvi at cover. Yes, statistically speaking, the 1st over of a T20 innings is the cheapest, followed by the 7th. Dechen Wangmo uses her feet. She won't find the gap. Good stuff there on the boundary by the fielder. Just restricting that to a single. So only 3 runs coming for Bhutan in the last 11 deliveries. Kuwait just dragging this back. We were talking about a total in the region of 120. Saif, if you're Kuwait, what sort of total would you feel comfortable chasing?
I think they should be looking to restrict Bhutan to at least 90 to 85. They must collect a couple of wickets for that, definitely. That was pretty close to collecting one as well.
Absolutely. The first signs of any real turn in this wicket. Classical off-spinner's delivery beating the outside edge of the left-hander. Good end to the over. Just 3 runs coming off the last 2 overs. It's 40 for 1. Bhutan after 7. We have a change in bowling. Khadija Khalil into the attack for the first time today. It's an interesting move. Mariama Haider, of course, with only 1 over left in her 4-over quota. Kuwait have used up the overs of one of their finest bowlers, perhaps their single best bowler. So they've thrown a lot at Bhutan. Bhutan, to their credit, have given Mariama Haider nothing in this innings. And Khadija Khalil, if she wants to maintain that momentum that Kuwait have had in the last couple of minutes, she's going to have to follow it up with a nice tight over here. Khadija Khalil running in for her first delivery. Here she goes. No, you cannot do that, Khadija Khalil. Drifting down the leg side. Just taking that pressure off Bhutan a tad.
Yeah, I mean, that ball there to be put away as well. She's lucky to have not conceded the boundary.
That's a really good call, Seth, because fine leg is up in the circle and she's a little square as well. Zifa Jalani there at fine leg. So yes, you're right. Khadija Khalil, very lucky not to concede a boundary off her very first delivery. She's going to have to bowl a lot tighter. That's much better. There we go. A dot ball straight to backward point. Shanti Balasubramaniam. I beg your pardon. Much better from Khadija Khalil. Can she back it up? That's Fuller on leg stump and pushed down to long on. Mariam Omar. She's in with a flash. Just a single. Mariam Omar actually has a bit of a cult following on some women's cricket Facebook groups. Very popular group on Facebook talking about women's cricket. The admin there, Rob Harvey, I have no doubt he's tuned in to this encounter. Rob has been very encouraging throughout this tournament, providing words of encouragement, praise. Here we go. Khadija Khalil around the wicket. That's a full toss. Ooh, a bad bounce there for cover. But she cleans up nonetheless. No harm done.
Yeah, I mean, full toss could have been put away anywhere. Unfortunately, finds the fielder right at the 25-yard circle. Short covers.
That's guided away really well by Gawang Choden. Bit of a slow outfield there will give the fielder a chance to cut it off. The batters, they come back for 2. They're looking for a 3rd. This is a good piece of running. Really good there from Bhutan. Dechen Wangmo, the skipper of Bhutan, leading by example. Running that first one very hard. That second one even harder and coming back for a 3rd run.
Yeah, absolutely amazing running there. And credit has to go to Dechen Wangmo for that 3rd one. She looked much more keen to get back on strike.
I have to say, in the last day or two, 4 not so fancied teams in this tournament really stepping up to the plate. Singapore and Oman delivering the single best game of the tournament so far. An absolute thriller going down to the last over yesterday. Singapore winning with just 1 delivery to spare. If you haven't watched that game, I feel a little bit sorry for you. But you can visit Crick Tracker's YouTube channel and catch that replay. You can forward to the 3-hour mark and watch that last over. For now, Khadija Khalil, that's wide, 2nd wide of the over, down the offside this time. We spoke about this earlier, Seth. You've got to keep it tight.
Yeah, definitely for Kuwait, this is not acceptable. Can't give away extra runs at this stage, especially when you need wickets and you need to squeeze out the opponent. Collect as many dot balls as you can.
Absolutely. Khadija Khalil, a little bit sloppy in this over. She hasn't been punished for a boundary yet. That's full on leg stump, whipped off the legs. That's a quick single attempted. Ooh, mid-on there, just back on the circle. A strong throw, but not on target.
I think Gawan Choden has to trust her partner. I think a run-out chance was more imminent in the striker's end, but she hesitated yet again.
Here we go. Last ball of the over. Khadija Khalil. Oh, a bit of a thick inside edge there to mid-wicket. So dot ball to close things out. 7 runs off the over. 47 for 1 Bhutan after 8. So Mariam Omar to continue from the other end. She's into her 3rd over. If you're just joining us, a reminder that Kuwait won the toss and decided to bowl first on a hot and sultry morning here at the Kinrara Oval. An absolutely massive gap there, square on the offside. Easy single available. You can't bowl too wide. That's exactly what she does. She's been guided away for a very, very easy single.
I mean, they could have pushed for a second as well. Nonetheless, it's a easy single, and you can't do that at this stage for Kuwait. I think Mariam Omar has to bring in the field for Gawang Choden. She has been struggling a little bit against Mariam Omar, except that one loose delivery that was a attempted bouncer, I believe.
A lot of changes to the field throughout this innings from Kuwait. It's like a game of chess, this. There's no fine leg in position. You cannot bowl there. Once again, Kuwait very lucky to get away with that. Gawang Choden, there's a massive gap there at fine leg for her.
And I believe the short third man is way too straight as well.
Was pushed into the offside for an easy single. But Gawang Choden really missed out on that one. Absolutely vast amounts of real estate there.
Yeah,
Look at that gap.
That's a huge gap, definitely. The short-third man has just stayed there. Mariam Omar had to remind her to get back to her place. Bit lazy, I believe, in the field this morning. Kuwait.
That's squeezed out to Maria Josfi. Maria Josfi, however, has been a live wire in the field.
Yeah, she has been the odd one out, I believe.
Mariam Omar, of course, with those strong throws from the deep. Here we go. That's off the legs. Waiting for the signal for the umpire. And there we go. He gets that leg up. So leg buys there. That won't go against Mariam Omar's figures. But I'm going to give credit to Amna Sharif. These have been some interesting fields, but I haven't noticed any of her innovative field settings backfiring so far. It's actually fascinating to watch. Every single delivery, the field is changing. They're so meticulous about this Kuwait. And I think it's actually worked so far because that run rate has come down. So it's not very good for the over rate, but it's kept Bhutan's run rate in check. Oh, that's down the leg side.
Yeah, again missed out by Gawang Choden. Definitely. A bit of bad on that, and it would have definitely been a boundary.
An interesting game here. It's a game of chess. But Bhutan, they missed out on 3 very easy boundaries down the leg side. That's guided away behind square on the offside. Maria Josfi in hot pursuit does a good job. Keeps it down to 2. Apologies, that's not Maria Josfi. What can I say? I'm on the wrong side of 30. My eyes don't really work anymore. 2 runs off that delivery. We're 9 overs into this innings. 52 for 1 Bhutan. 53, I beg your pardon. I told you my eyes don't work. That's a 3, buddy. That's not a 2.
I think the placements haven't been backfiring because Bhutan haven't been exactly capitalizing on those deliveries as well. They have done well so far. I still believe that 53 for 1 in 9 overs is pretty decent. Um, Keeping in mind that Kuwait haven't exactly been the best chasers of anything above 90 runs. Again, another wide delivery. She has been struggling with those legs down the leg stump wides. Something that she can definitely work on in training as well. Or spot bowling.
That's a big appeal. That's turned down. We have a change in bowling. Priyada Murli coming into the attack. I think it's a good change. Khadija Khalil, of course, conceding a pair of wides in that last over. I think it's good captaincy. Amna Sharif, she knows that she cannot let Bhutan get away and cannot let them build another partnership. You've got to keep that run rate below 6 for as long as possible. Perhaps even get it down to 5.5 or 5 runs and over. That's full on the leg stump. Ooh. Dechan Wangmo, a little disappointed with herself.
Yeah, I think the leg side is there's plenty of areas where you can manipulate the ball and collect more than a couple of runs.
See, the great thing for Bhutan is they have 9 wickets in hand. They still have the likes of Shering Zangmo in the dugout. Expect her to walk in at number 4. There we go. 3 fielders on the boundary on the leg side. Long on. Deep square leg and deep mid wicket. Singles available on the leg side. That's on the offside. Guided away so well by Dechan Wangmo. That's running down to the boundary. Will it get there? You bet your bottom dollar it does. So Dechan Wangmo with an important boundary. Her second boundary of her innings. The score moving on to 58 for 1.
Yeah, that's well put away. Beautifully put away by Dechan Wangmo, opening the face, allowing the ball to come to the bat. And I think, judging, I don't want to be too harsh here, but sitting in the com box, I believe that Kuwait have gotten their angles really wrong. They've gotten their field placements really wrong in this game. I think one team that has done that really well is Hong Kong, I believe. They are really smart with their field placements, know their angles really, really well.
Here we go, Priyada Murli. That's Fuller down the ground, long on. Oh, look at that, Mariam Omar. My God, if you had $1 for every time I praised Mariam Omar's fielding in this contest. But then again, she's saved at least 4 or 5 runs in this inning so far. And we're only halfway through the innings. The value of having a strong boundary rider. And when we talk about a quality boundary rider, we're not just talking about that arm. We're talking about the anticipation, running in.
No fine leg in play. So she can't afford to bowl down the leg stump wides on this delivery.
Guided away. They're looking for the single. It's not there. Zifa Jalani on that occasion making no mistake. That's another big appeal. Optimistic there from Kuwait to round off the 10th over. Bhutan at the halfway mark. They're 59 for 1. The Players are just going to have a bit of a drink. It's going to be a brief break, perhaps 90 seconds or 2 minutes. So don't go too far.
Mariam Omar to continue from the com box end. Bhutan would be really happy with the halfway through this innings. 59 for the loss of 1 wicket. They still have plenty of wickets in the shed. That's well played. That's a nice single. Something that Gawang Chuden has done really well throughout this innings, collecting the singles with ease. Techin Wangmo. Another sweep shot and a miss, and that's a well bowled, really well bowled by Mariam Omar. Another bye by the keeper. It's inches away from clipping the top of off stump. Full toss. Edge it away. Should be another single. That's all that Bhutan have to do at this stage. Just take it deep to probably about 15 overs or so and take it on from there. It's well defended. It's a good ball from Mariam Omar. Well worked. Smart cricket here by these two. That's pretty close. It looked pretty straight from the com box, but by her other ideas, may possibly turning away.
We're, of course, seated at a bit of an angle here in the comm box. But at least from where I was standing, it looked like it was just clipping leg stump. So maybe a lucky reprieve there for Bhutan. Kuwait, they know they need another wicket. Mariam Omar, she's bowled 3 overs already. Mariam Omar has bowled out. 20 for 1 in her spell. She conceded 10 runs in her first over, so dragging things back nicely.
Yeah, Mariam Omar was looking like a major threat to Bhutan. Now that that threat is gone, I think Bhutan can look to take on the bowling a bit.
Absolutely, and Mariama Haider as well, only with 1 over left in her kitty. Oh, there you go, driven perfectly. Work to do here for long off. Look at that. Great piece of fielding. Saves 2 runs there in the deep. I'm sure you can guess exactly who that is. That's Mariam Omar.
Beautifully played by Lechin Wangmo. I beg your pardon, I think it was Gawang Choden. Beautifully played. Exquisite cover drive. Great effort in the field as well. No surprise who it is. Mariam Omar.
And Seth, we're not being generous here. We're not going easy on Kuwait's fielders and Kuwait's players. That was incredibly good work there in the deep. To sprint around as well as she did, a perfect slide in, a perfect throw in. There we go, Priyada Murli, that is not perfect at all. Whipped away behind square on the leg side. Yet another boundary for Bhutan, Gawang Choden. She moves into the 20s, 23 not out of 31. Dechan Wangmo at the other end, 16 off 20. And yet again, Bhutan's run rate has exceeded 6 runs and over. These aren't good signs for Kuwait.
I think that's an absolutely poor delivery. When you have 3 fielders on the offside and you don't even have a fine leg, I don't think you can bowl that line whatsoever. Beautifully put away by Gawang Choden. Yet again, this time in front of mid-wicket, and it will be another boundary. So Priyada Murli has been very, very wavered with her lengths and her line as well. You can't bowl on the leg stump when you have 3 fielders riding the boundaries in the offside.
And we spoke about this earlier as well. Bhutan, with so many wickets in hand, they defeated Kuwait quite convincingly at last year's ICC T20 World Cup Asia qualifier. And perhaps those scars, those wounds getting even deeper here for Kuwait. We're still early in this contest, not yet halfway through the game. But Bhutan with the clear early advantage here at the Kinrara Oval this morning. Mariam Haider, of course, only has 1 over left in her kitty. Mariam Omar has bowled out. So this could be a troubling phase here for Kuwait. That's driven through the offside. Work to do here in the deep. And that's well cut off.
Yeah, really expensive over. Very fruitful one for Bhutan as well. 12 runs coming off it already.
Absolutely. 12 runs, including 2 boundaries.
Another wide
Oh, there we go. Make that 13 runs off the over. And I wonder if Kuwait need to make a bit of a change here. Perhaps get someone like Maria Jasvi into the attack. Jasvi, I feel, the quickest of Kuwait's bowlers. Perhaps if you just change up the pace a little bit, it might change up your fortunes. Oh, that's dug out. That's much better from Priyada Murli to close out the 12th over. In fact, we have one delivery left because of that wide ball. So 75 for 1 Bhutan, one delivery left now in this, the 12th over. Oh, good piece of fielding there. Throws off balance. It was always going to be tough to effect the run out, but that fielder there looks like Khadija Khalil keeping it down to a single. And it's 76 for 1 after 12. Down at the UKM, the update coming in is Singapore with 36 for 6 at the halfway stage against Qatar. So not ideal there from Singapore, especially after their victory yesterday. Vinu Kumar, so impressive, 38 of 45 in that chase. She took 2 for 20 as well, playing just her third T20I. She was awarded player of the match, and rightfully so. Fantastic partnership that yesterday with Divya GK. A different story for Singapore today at the UKM YSD Oval. But back to the action at Kinrara. Amna Sharif, the Kuwaiti skipper, has introduced herself into the attack. And it's interesting, Amna Sharif, of course, was behind the sticks, I believe. So she's traded in the gloves. We're going to get confirmation on who exactly has the gloves. I suspect it might be Maryam Ashraf. But for now, that's been guided away. A good start there from Amna Sharif. So the skipper, she's got to lead from the front. She's got to keep it tight. And there's every chance we could see her bowl out all the way until the end of this innings.
Another dot ball from Amna Sharif.
There we go. Excitement building on social media for this contest as well as Hong Kong versus Nepal. Do not miss that fixture. It's going to be one of the biggest games of the tournament. And for now, here's Amna Sharif. Punched away off the back foot just in front of square on the offside. Good work there in the deep. Just a single. The ball's been following Maryam Omar around. In fact, that was not Maryam Omar in the deep. She's coming in at a short extra cover. I've been counting, and Maryam Omar has saved at least 7 runs today in the field. A very tight spell with the ball as well. 1 for 20 in her 4 overs, I beg your pardon. Just getting a little tongue-tied here in the commentary box. Amna Sharif from around the wicket. Oh, big appeal. There we go. It's been given. And the right decision from the umpire, you feel. Gawang Choden trapped plumb in front. So the change of bowling working for Kuwait.
Yeah, I think she's been very disciplined and not turning the ball much, straightening a bit. That ball, in fact, going with the angle. And that's pretty, I could say, plumb LBW decision. Empire had no hesitancy raising the finger whatsoever.
And if you're a Kuwait fan, or indeed if you're a neutral fan, really good news for you. Second wicket down now for Bhutan. This could be the wicket that kind of brings them back into the game. But walking in at number 4 right now is none other than Shering Zangmo, the off-spinning all-rounder. Regularly bats there at number 4. This batting lineup from Bhutan has been pretty static throughout the tournament. And they do rely quite heavily on their top 4. Dechen Wangmo, the skipper, she walked in at 3. She's still at the crease. She's going to be at the non-strikers end as Shering Zangmo faces up to her first delivery of the day. 77 for 2 with 2 deliveries left in the 13th over. Amna Sharif will be coming over the wicket to the new batter at the crease. Look at that. Mariam Omar, she's ready. She's buzzing right now at short cover. That's wide. Oh, yeah, Mariam Omar. Bit of a fumble, but she definitely saved, well, maybe saving at least 1 run on that occasion. Mariam Omar perhaps proving that the commentator's curse is a myth. Every time we talked her up, she does something even better. Here we go, Amna Sharif, last ball of the over. There she is yet again. That's got to be like the 15th or the 20th time today that Mariam Omar has fielded that ball, and she hasn't made any mistakes. The run rate exactly 6 runs and over, 78 for 2 after 13.
Yeah, you can see Amna Sharif has that low arm action, resulting in the ball not bouncing as much as Deshaun Wangmo would have liked it to be. And it's just a bit deceptive.
Mariam Omar, one of the few ethnically Arab players in this Kuwaiti lineup. Mariam Omar, of course, ethnically speaking, is Palestinian. Went to school in Kuwait and has played a lot of cricket in Australia, where she currently resides. Like we said, she's played with and against the likes of Elise Villani, Annabelle Sutherland, Meg Lanning. That's well driven, but a dot ball, Priyada Murli, much better. She's got to back up good work done by her skipper. Oh, a play and a miss, hands on her head there. Priyada Murli, she knows that was close. Hasn't been the best day for her so far. She's conceded 19 runs, 2 deliveries into her 3rd over. She's going to want to make this over a lot tighter. And she started well. Shering Zangmo, still early days for her. She's 1 off 3, 18 of 26. Dechen Wangmo at the other end. Oh, that's an inside edge down to fine leg. A run out chance. Needed a much better throw there.
I think Shering Zangmo thought that it would have been a bit closer than that, resulting in a dive.
And that's what can happen with dot ball pressure. You start taking those improbable singles. And I'm okay with Bhutan taking these risks at this stage. They have wickets in hand. Cut away. Brilliant there from Dechen Wangmo. But she's only going to get the single. Deep cover. Makes no mistake whatsoever.
Dechen Wangmo has been timing it brilliantly throughout this innings. She's been a bit unfortunate to have hit the ball straight at the fielders at times, resulting in a strike rate to just be about 69.23.
That's worked away on the leg side. No single on offer. This could be a run out. Big appeal. It looks like perhaps the bowler either didn't gather or knocked off the bails with her knee.
It did look like the bowler knocked off the bail with the knee. It's been that sort of day for Priyada Murli. She just can't seem to get things right. But this has been a much better over in retrospect.
Absolutely. Priyada Murli, so experienced. I believe she was Kuwait's first ever captain. Second ever captain, of course, was Mariam Omar. Oh, that's a big appeal. It's a good appeal. Not good enough, apparently.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was out. Probably sliding down leg side.
It's interesting. It just looked like it straightened a tad to me. Maybe a little bit of bat on that. You never know. Nonetheless, Bhutan, they're not going to complain. They've got 6 overs left. They're 80 for 2. That statistic, by the way, coming courtesy of Mariam Omar herself. So if I'm not correct about that, you know exactly who to blame. There we go. Once again, a short cover in place. Mariam Omar there. Amna Sharif, the skipper. Oh, that one just going over Omar. It splits the gap there. They're looking for two. They're going to come back for it. A really good piece of running there from Shering Zangmo. It's been a feature of Bhutan's innings so far. The non-striker backing up, running the first one very, very hard. I think this is some of the best running between the wickets we've seen in this tournament. Very, very proactive. Amna Sharif. That's worked into the leg side. Oh no! The commentator's curse! No! What have I done? The two batters, a massive mix-up there. And it looks like it's Dechan Wangmo walking back to the pavilion on this occasion. 3 wickets down for Bhutan. A bit of an opening here for Kuwait with 2 quick wickets. Look at that. The set batter being dismissed. The captain being dismissed.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of runouts in this tournament. I think Malaysia had a couple as well yesterday. And once again, there's been a bit of hesitancy, which results in Bhutan losing a wicket.
See, on one hand, I don't mind Bhutan being proactive and trying to sneak in extra runs. But like you said, the hesitancy, I feel like if both batters went at the same time, you'd have a much better shot of someone making their crease.
Yeah, definitely.
And perhaps you just need to pick your battles as well. So slightly disappointing, but Bhutan do have another 7 wickets in hand. It's Sonam Choden walking out to the middle. A good sound off the bat, but just a single there to Khadija Khalil. But yes, if Kuwait can perhaps just pick up another wicket, string together a series of dots, they can keep Bhutan to something in the region of 110. And a reminder that this is probably, almost definitely the best batting surface we've seen so far at the Kinrara Oval. That's guided away. A perfect amount of pace for the batters as well.
Yeah, it looks like a really nice wicket to bat on. Very flat, not much offering to the bowler.
And I sure hope Hong Kong and Nepal are watching as well. I'm not sure if the second game will be played on this wicket. A quick single attempted. Khadija Khalil throws off balance. Oh dear Lord. A bit of a collision there between the fielder and the batter. But that collision could have also had the batter in trouble had Khadija Khalil hit.
Yeah, that looked really nasty up here in the com box. But I'm glad that both players are on their feet and ready to go. Definitely directed would have been curtains.
My word, it's Mariam Omar. She's always in the action. Never gives us a chance to talk about anyone else. It seems like 30% of all deliveries are going towards Mariam Omar. You gotta love it. Interesting field setting yet again. We've got a backward point and a gully.
What a shot that is.
Into the leg side.
That is a great shot from Sonam Choden.
Absolutely. It actually might be Shering Zangmo. Yes, it is. The batter's crossing. We missed that amidst all the excitement. But yes, a very, very valuable boundary for Bhutan. Kuwait were just dragging things back, but now it's 88 for 3. We have 5 overs left in this contest.
Yeah, great shot out of nowhere as well. Bhutan has been really impressive, I think, with the bat. 88 with a loss of 3 in 15 overs. They still have another 5 overs. They should be looking to get about 130, which would be pretty difficult to chase for Kuwait.
Absolutely. And both of these teams looking to register their first win of the tournament. They certainly don't want to leave Malaysia empty-handed. Here we go. Sonam Chodan on strike. Priyada Murli, that's a bit of a top edge, a chance. Well taken there by the keeper. Kuwait, they're excited. A punch of the fist. And yes, it's Mariam Ashraf behind the sticks who takes that rather easily. So 4 wickets down for Bhutan and another dot ball as well.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't really have to go at that ball. It was a wide delivery, and very unfortunate way to get out. Must be said. Bit of a leaning edge.
Yeah, just closing the face on that a little too early. And that popping up to the keeper for an easy take. But that's the thing for Kuwait. Every time it looks like the game is just slipping away from them, they do just about enough to hang in there. And these next 29 balls could well decide the fate of this contest. 29 balls. If Bhutan want to get up to that magical 120 mark, they need another 32 runs to get there. Just gives you a bit of a psychological edge, doesn't it?
That definitely does. Pema Soldin walks in to the crease now.
Absolutely brilliant to see all the interest in this tournament. Dozens of notifications every single time I log into Twitter or Facebook. Here we go. Priyada Murli, that's on the legs. That's worked away. Work to do here for fine leg. Will she get around? Yes, she does. Zifa Jalani, a good piece of work there in the deep. Saves 2 runs perhaps. Here we go. I'm getting notifications on WhatsApp as well. I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to tune in to this YouTube stream. I want to see what's up on this Crick Tracker YouTube channel.
Yeah, another poor delivery by Priyada Murali down the leg side. Worked away nicely by Sheng Zhangmo. Looked good ever since walking onto the crease. Full talk this time. Could it be over? Mariam Omar, safe hands.
Seth, are you surprised that Mariam Omar ran in with great anticipation and took that high catch?
No, definitely not. I think she has the safest hands of the tournament, could be said. Brilliant catch. Look, very easy as well.
My word. Definitely my pick for fielder of the tournament, Mariam Omar. We've said it before, we'll say it again. She saved so many runs today, and she saved even more by taking that catch to dismiss Shering Zhangmo. So both the set batters now walking back to the dugout. This is not ideal at all for Bhutan. Not the best way to finish their innings. They've now lost half their side?
Yes, half the side. Karmadina walks in.
There you go. Well done, Jay. 10 divided by 2 is 5. You got there eventually. Let's check out some of these comments on the live chat. Thapa Usha with 2 orange hearts. I'm guessing those are meant for Bhutan. Haider Ali. He predicts a score of 100 and less than 120, I beg your pardon. That's worked away. Good stuff, Zifa Jalani. Ooh, a slight misfield, but that will not hurt Kuwait. Just a single. Muhammad Rajibul making a very specific prediction of 116. There you go. I want to hear from you on YouTube. Hit that comment section and let me know what you think Bhutan will score at the end of this innings.
Yeah, I mean, 116 looks like a reasonable prediction, I must say.
Abir Shike says 120. Fantastic. Here we go, Priyada Murli. That's driven into the offside. Ooh, it beats the fielder there in the cover region. But it's just going to be a single.
Yeah, no harm done with that.
And of course, we also have that Women's Crick Zone YouTube channel who are broadcasting this as well. Broadcasting on, oh, there you go, a full toss. That's a good take in the deep, so just a single. It looks like Khadija Khalil out there. Rovan Media says Kuwait win definitely. There you go, loving the enthusiasm there.
I wouldn't be so confident. But nonetheless, it's shaping to be a really fascinating game. I think Bhutan's strength is their bowling, as we noticed that they gave, I believe, Hong Kong a bit of a tough go, was it? Or was it Singapore? I believe it was Singapore, I think. That they were struggling to chase down 60, or was it 50?
YouTube user Smart Eyes asking, when will Nepal's match take place? Well, Nepal are facing Hong Kong in the afternoon game at 2:15 local time. That's 12 p.m. Nepal Standard Time. 2:15 local time is also 2:15 Hong Kong time. No time difference. There we go. That's guided away to Gully. A dot ball, a very valuable dot ball there from Amna Sharif. And here we go on YouTube. We are approaching 1,000 viewers for this game. Amna Sharif playing to the crowd. There we go. A quick single to mid-off. A slight misfield, but I believe the batters would have made it in any case.
Yeah, as I was saying, Bhutan's bowling is pretty decent. They collected 9 wickets from Nepal, and Nepal has a pretty decent batting side. And just restricting Nepal to 94 runs.
There you go. My co-commentator, Saifullah Malik, Malaysia men's player, keeping a tab on all the results throughout this tournament. That's driven, that beats Mariam Omar for a change. Khadija Khalil running around. Oh, a misfield there in the deep. Perhaps she should have let Khalil field that delivery instead. A wild throw. They're looking for overthrows. Not there. Tarif Hussain predicts 125 plus. SM Nahid, he disagrees. He says 119. Cricket Talk agrees with Mr. Nahid. 120 under. Nazmul Hassan says 110. I wonder if he's a Kuwait fan.
Yeah, the name would suggest that he probably is.
That's down the ground. Work to do here for Long On, who does a really good job. Mariama Haider, the left arm spinner.
What would your prediction be, Jay?
I'm going to go with 116. I'm feeling 116.
Yeah, that was a good prediction. I think 116 is fair. I don't believe they would be crossing 120.
Here we go. A change of angle coming around the wicket this time. That's wide on the off stump. That's chopped down to Gully. Oh, an interesting bit of fielding there.
Yeah, they could have definitely gone for the second, I think.
RK Gaming says should be around 118 to 120. Oh, look at that. Abhishek Rawat, your commentary is so clean and awesome, sir. Exciting. Thank you so much, Abhishek. Your encouragement means a lot to me. I'm glad all of you are enjoying this broadcast. That one just going on with the arm. A dot ball to close things out. It's now 98 for 5 Bhutan after 17. Saifullah, I'm just going to drift off topic for a minute. The Nepal team, they're in at the ground right now. If you had to make a prediction, Hong Kong versus Nepal, who are you backing?
I really like Hong Kong's side. I think they are a really good side. And I'd probably back them to walk with their victory.
See, it's an interesting one because Hong Kong, one of the biggest takeaways for them in this tournament so far has been the improvement of Ikra Sahar and Mariam Bibi, adding so much to an already impressive bowling attack. But Nepal, on the other hand, they've got a trio of seamers Ashmina Karmacharya, Kabita Kunwar, and Sabnam Rai, who came into the 11 in that last game yesterday against Bahrain, doing so well. And if I was Rubina Chaitri, I would stick with Sabnam Rai. I want that pronged pace attack. Look at that. Making mistakes in the comm box. Mariama Haider in for her last over. She's worked away on the leg side. Good piece of work there by Kuwait, just limiting that to a single. But the biggest issue for Nepal, of course, going into that game is their top order is yet to fire in this tournament.
Yeah.
It's the likes of Indu Barma, Rubina Chaitri. They're the ones who've been digging them out of trouble so far. Nepal, of course, they're 3 for 3 in this tournament. Hong Kong 2 for 2. That's driven in front of square on the offside, just a single.
And we can see that Mariama Haider really likes to over-pitch the ball. I think this could be one of her tactics, I think. Maybe slowing things down, changing the pace more often than not. 100s up for Bhutan with that single. They've been really under the bat, I believe.
Oh, a quick single. The non-strikers sent back, and wisely so. But you have to give Kuwait some credit here. They are dragging it back a bit. And at one stage, a total in the region of 125, 130 looked more than likely for Bhutan. That's tossed up and driven. It's just going to be a single. So Bhutan still looking for that elusive boundary. Sagar Pangeni says, next game, Nepal versus HK, 12 p.m. today. That's Nepal Standard Time. Lofted, down, too long on, just a single. You do not challenge the arm of Mariam Omar in Bhutan. They know that. Here we go. We've hit that magical 1,000, 1K mark on YouTube. So good to see. South Asians waking up. That's a loud appeal. In fact, there's no need to appeal by the keeper. Just throwing me off there. The bat has been bowled. Leg stump being disturbed on that occasion. Mariam Ashraf distracting your commentator up here in the comm box. Perhaps I should keep my eyes on the ball instead of keeping my eyes on the keeper. Nonetheless, it's 101 for 6 now. Bhutan with 1 delivery left in the 16th over and 1 delivery left in Mariam Haider's spell.
Yeah, I think they should just see off that ball for Mariama Haider.
In fact, that's the end of the over. 102 for 6 after 18. Mariama Haider. She ends an impressive spell, 1 for 14 in her 4 overs.
Yeah, 2 overs remaining. I think Bhutan has to just go full on attack now. Try and collect as many runs as possible. Don't worry about wickets, I believe. But at the same time, don't play any rash shots as well. Any runs that's going to be valuable.
Here we go. 12 deliveries left in this innings. Amna Sharif. That's full on leg stump, driven down the ground. Work to do here for long on. She gets around very quickly. Puts in a dive, but that allows the batters to get back for 2. And loud cheers here from the Bhutan dugout. They know that boundaries have been hard to come by. If you can turn those 1s into 2s, you get a little bit of momentum into your innings. And then, you strike a boundary or 2 suddenly. You've got 16, 17, 18 runs off the final 2 overs. Here we go. Around the wicket she comes. That's short outside the off stump.
That's misfield. That's poor.
Absolutely. It's running down to the boundary. Kuwait lucky. That's the longer boundary there.
Yeah, I think...
Looking for 3 there. The non-striker not available.
I think that was 3 on. I think the striker just hesitated a bit.
And look at that. Hong Kong have just arrived at the Kinrara Oval. A lot of tension, I'm sure, in the afternoon session. We're 2 hours and 20 minutes away from Hong Kong versus Nepal. What a better way to warm up for that game than Kuwait versus Bhutan right now. That's in the air, and it's taken. 7 wickets down now for Bhutan, and more importantly, yet another dot ball for Kuwait. Yes, 7 wickets down. We're going to see a new batter arrive at the crease now. It's the left arm seamer, Anju Gurung, walking out at number 9. She's going to have a big role to play with the ball. Probably one of the best bowlers in this tournament, Anju Gurung, with that left arm angle. She's going to want to get a couple of boundaries away and give herself even more runs to work with.
Yeah, Karma Dima is missed out on that full toss, I believe. I think it was there to be put away.
Yes, unfortunate there from Karma Dema, not quite getting all of it. Lobbing it up to mid-wicket. Amna Sharif with yet another wicket. She's picked up 2 wickets so far. A couple of deliveries left in her spell. I beg your pardon, 3 deliveries left in her spell. It's a 5-4 offside field. We've got Mariam Omar at deep cover there. Priyada Murli at long on. That's a very optimistic appeal. Mariam Ashraf, vociferous behind the stumps throughout the day.
Yeah, she seemed very animated about that, but I think that was never going to be given in a million years.
I like this though. Good stuff here from Amna Sharif. Captain leading from the front. Is that a drop catch? Perhaps a bit of an under edge on that one. Nope. The umpire says byes.
Yeah, it's poor work behind the stumps. Not sure why she didn't get down and collect it with the gloves, to be honest.
I actually did sense just a bit of a deflection on that. A bit of an under edge. Perhaps that one making it just a little bit tight and tougher for the keeper. But the umpire disagrees with me. And his decision counts more than my opinion. Oh, dropped by Khadija Khalil. Parries it down to long on. The batter's going to get back for a second. Are they going to try? There we go. Another run out. Kuwait pick up yet another wicket. 8 wickets down now. So Khadija Khalil dropping that catch, which inadvertently earns Kuwait a run out.
Yeah, I think Khadija Khalil did well to stop that from going to the boundary. Looked like it was going over her head.
But Kuwait doing a really good job of bringing this back. A couple of overs ago, it would have been unthinkable for Bhutan to get bowled out. They had so many wickets at hand, but they're losing wickets in a flurry. They're not getting the boundaries either. And every single one of those wickets doubles up as a dot ball. There you go. End of the 19th over. A really good over there from Amna Sharif. Conceding just 20 runs in her spell, picking up 2 wickets. And that's a very commendable effort, especially when you're bowling in the latter half of the innings. Good stuff there from skipper Amna Sharif. It's now 108 for 8. A lot of you have predicted a score of 116 for Bhutan. Can they get there? They need another 8 runs to get up to 116. Those of you predicting 125 plus, there's a chance you won't be right. But an inside edge on that one, down to fine leg. The non-striker's end is where she had to throw. That throw not quite on target, so a useful run. And Anju Gurung yet to face a single delivery. She is on strike right now with 5 deliveries left in this innings.
Yeah, Maria Jaswil just has to keep it simple. Bowl it down the stump. Don't give much width in offer. I think the boundary riders should actually stay in the boundary. There's no point in you coming the 45 yards.
Maria Jasvi has been slapped to mid-off, who does not attack the ball. Rightfully so, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Singles are not going to harm Kuwait too much. There's Mariam Omar there at mid-off. And I feel like this might be the line here from Maria Jasvi. Just short of a length outside off stump. Apologies, Mariam Omar at short cover there. There we go. That one keeping a little low. She's been bowled. So 9 wickets down here for Bhutan on this occasion. It's Sona, the fast bowler. She'll have a role to play in the second innings. But for now, she's walking back to the dugout for a duck. So really good stuff here from Maria Josfi.
Yeah, Kuwait have managed to pull things back really nicely. I think at one stage Bhutan were looking to score at almost 130. And that's not the case now. Struggling to even reach 115, I believe, with 3 balls remaining in this over.
Tashi Cheki. So a right arm seamer replacing a right arm seamer. Tashi Cheki walking in at number 11. Anju Gurung, the left arm pacer, just giving her a couple of tips, giving her a pat on the back as well. Perhaps just telling her, hey, we need to bat out these overs. Let's just pick up a couple of singles off the next few deliveries and then go hard off the last delivery of the over. Maria Josvi, good over so far. Oh, commentator's curse, down the leg side. They scamp it through for a single. So 2 bonus runs here for Bhutan. You cannot afford to do this when you've got the opposition under the cosh. Nothing fancy needed. You're bowling to the number 11. But Anju Gurung at number 10. Make no mistake, she can give it a bit of a whack. Maria Josvi, last over, slapped into the offside. Mariam Omar looking for that direct hit. Oh, there we go. That's a big appeal. I honestly thought that was incredibly close.
No, I think that was out. Actually, direct hit.
It seems like the umpires are just having a bit of a conference.
It's given.
Yeah, there you go. A run out there. That's very important because that also means that Kuwait concede 1 run less. We're going to get a quick update of the score soon enough.
And as usual, it's Mariam Omar with a direct hit. She could be the first person to get a man of the match as for fielding in this tournament.
Player of the match.
Player, sorry. A woman of the match.
But in any case, for us, the scorecard in the commentary box, I believe it's working for you. For us, having just a slight technical glitch, not a big issue. We'll get you that score as soon as possible. There you go. But yes, Bhutan getting bowled out, not quite reaching that 120 total. Like we said, we're just going to try and get you confirmation on that final score. I have a feeling it's 112
Yeah,
all
112.
out.
Target's 113.
We're having a rare technical issue. No technical issues at all this morning. But in any case, we're going to do our best to bring you that final total. And yes, just a final confirmation of the score. It is indeed 112 all out. If you're just joining us, the news from the middle is Kuwait won the toss, decided to stick Bhutan into bat. Bhutan looking good for a score of 120, 130 at one point before Kuwait pulled things back and bowled out the Bhutanese team for 112. So they need 113 to win in the second innings. Don't go too far. We'll be back with you in around 8 or 9 minutes. One of your commentators for the day, Jay Danskani. Been a pleasure being joined by Saifullah Malik. And like I said, don't go too far. Join us in around 8 or 9 minutes.
Welcome back to the second innings. A big chase for Kuwait, chasing down 113 runs. I'm Safla Malik. Joining with me today is Jay Danasinghe. And it's going to be a fascinating chase ahead. And the all-important match between Nepal and Hong Kong is due next as well, so don't go anywhere. Opening the batting for Kuwait, we have Priyada Murali. Didn't have the best outing with the ball. Hopefully she can change things up with the bat. And Mariam Omar. Whereas opening the bowling for the Bhutan, we have Anju Gurung, supposedly the best bowler of the tournament. As we can see, Crick Tacker is tracking this match, must say. So a nice field here. That standard field that we get in ODI games, and don't see that too often in T20s, but I like this intent from Bhutan. Very attacking. We have a short cover, we have an extra cover, we have a point, we have a backward point, we have a mid-off, mid-on, short mid-wicket, deep fine leg and a deep third man. Anju Gurung, most promising bowler. It's a good start from Anju Gurung. Would have much rather would have liked to see coming over the wicket to the right-hander. LBW would come in play as well. Anju Gurung has a natural in-swing. Keeper taken a slip, unfortunately.
Yes, absolutely. So much resting on the shoulders of Anju Gurung. If Bhutan want to defend this target of 113, the left arm seamer played for the Falcons at Fairbreak Invitational. Here we go, the hop, skip and the jump, right on the money. Anju Gurung, of course, playing in the same team as Marzan Kapp, Mariko Hill, Susie Bates. What a great experience it was for the left arm seamer. Fairbreak Global, an absolute game changer for women's cricket and associate cricket. Here we go. Anju Gurung around the wicket, looking for that early breakthrough. Oh, look at that. Weaving a web around the Kuwaiti openers here on this occasion. An inside edge down to fine leg. Could have easily gone on to the stumps.
Yeah, Mariam Omar is lucky to get away with that.
Look at this, some tension in those dugouts, Hong Kong and Nepal. Nepal, they're getting loose. Hong Kong still hanging out. Nothing wrong with that. Got to feel nice and relaxed before the big game. That squeeze into the offside. And she's found the gap. First boundary for Kuwait.
It's a beautiful stroke. Time to perfection, Priyada Murali.
Absolutely, the experienced Priyada Murali showing her experience there. Not hitting that too hard. Piercing that gap in the cover region. First boundary for her, first boundary for Kuwait.
I think Anju Gurung would be even more deadly if she just came over the wicket, I think. Creating that angle of uncertainty.
Here she comes again. Around the wicket.
Oh,
that's the end of 4 overs. We'll try and get you a score update in a bit. And we have a change in bowling. It looks like Shering Zangmo, the off-spinner, coming into the attack. Saif, what do you make of this change in bowling?
Yeah, I think it's a good one. Yeah, I mean, you definitely do want to keep 2 overs remaining for Anju Gurung in the bank. If things go a bit sideways towards the latter part of this innings. But it's going to be interesting to see how Kuwait combat this spin attack of Bhutan.
Yes, absolutely. And I agree with this decision as well. Anju Gurung, of course, bowling 2 overs, unable to pick up a wicket. But I would like to see her perhaps reintroduced somewhere close to the middle of the innings, as opposed to being saved for the death.
Yeah, she's definitely have to bowl 1 in the middle overs.
That one not quite coming on to the bat. And Mariam Omar practicing that shot, perhaps trying to get it a little squarer. Goes down the ground, or tries to. Only finds third man. That short third man.
Yeah, fortunate that that ball didn't carry to short third man. A lot of air was offered by the bowler. This one flatter, beautifully bowled. Let's say smart ball. Shering Zangmo. Flighted. Tried to go.
And it's a good piece of work there by Anju Gurung, running across from mid-on to cut that off. It looked like a good strike for a minute, but not quite getting enough of that, Mariam Omar. A little bit tense here at the Kinrara Oval. Neither Kuwait's dugout nor Bhutan's fielders making too much noise. This game is poised on a knife's edge right now. Shering Zangmo getting the batter to play and miss. That one just going on with the arm. Another dot ball here for the off spinner. Bhutan doing a good job of dragging this back.
That's very well bowled. I think that's ideal. I think they've recognized that the batter is a bit weak in that cut shot. It's a great way to accumulate dot balls as well. Trying to make the batsman cut the ball when you have protection out in the offside.
100%. We see a change of bowling. This might actually be the skipper Dechan Wangmo, the leg spinners coming into the attack. Right below me, I see Hong Kong assistant coach Niaz Ali with Tash Miles, Hong Kong's number 3 batter, just walking across the commentary box. Here we go, Dechan Wangmo. She's swept down to fine leg. Yeshe Choden, the former skipper, makes no mistake, a dot ball. So the score now 21 for 1. We're into the final over of the power play here. A very good comeback from Bhutan. They're keeping it tight. Perhaps the pendulum has just swung in their favor with this tight bowling. Saifullah Malik, who are you backing in this contest?
Yeah, I think one thing that I say often is that, especially in T20 cricket, the power play is such a vital aspect of this format. Matches have been lost and won in the power play, especially when you're chasing. If you get a flyer, you probably will if you are negative. And this is the period where I think any boundaries, I think it's really important.
You're 100% right. Nothing fancy needed here from Bhutan. A big thing for them is not gifting the opposition free runs in the form of extras. There you go. Big wicket. That dot ball pressure telling on Kuwait. Sharing Zangmo. You miss, I hit. Keeping it so simple. The off spinner rarely ever errs from her lines and her lengths. And it looks like Zifa Jalani there walking back to the dugout. It's not the best day for her with the bat. 2 wickets down now for Kuwait inside 7 overs. And an interesting move here. On your screens pretty soon, you're going to see the number 4 batter walking out to the middle. Jersey number 29, Khadija Khalil being sent up the order. I have a feeling this is a deliberate move to increase the run rate.
Yeah, I think she should definitely have the license to go for it at this stage. They need a fast cameo. And could Khadija Khalil be the answer for Kuwait?
I love this. What an interesting period of play. Bit of a gamble here from Kuwait and from this Kuwaiti skipper Amna Sharif. So often we see Amna Sharif walking out to shepherd a chase in this very situation. But for today, it's Khadija Khalil, so hold on to your hats. She's not going to play too many forward defensive strokes. So Saifullah Malik, I am predicting either a wicket to fall pretty soon, or we see some runs, or at least some attempted boundaries. Here we go, Khadija Khalil facing up for the first time today. Bang! She gets that through the offside, not quite. But she's going to pick up a single, they're looking for 2. Oh, Khadija! Oof. You haven't... Oh, they're going to get it. They're going to get it after all. So overthrows there, Khadija Khalil comes back for the second run.
Yeah, poor backing up. A great effort in the field by the point fielder. But unfortunately, there was nobody backing up in the non-striker's end.
That's guided away, and they're going to get a quick single. Dechan Wangmo very sharp in the circle as usual. The skipper there for Bhutan.
We can see
Wangmo, of course, was impressive with the bat, getting a score in the region of the 20s, I believe. Bowled a tight final power play over, and once again, we see her in action there in the cover region. Sharing Zangmo, that's very good stuff. Full and on leg stump. Anju Gurung, she's been fantastic there at mid-off and long off. No mistake. Great anticipation there from the left arm seamer.
just 4 runs coming on this over, I believe.
Sharing Zangmo, the off spinner. That's swept away by Mariam Omar. It's been that kind of a day for her with the bat unable to find that gap between fine leg and square leg.
I missed on a boundary ball. I think it was offered in a platter. Unfortunately, she just couldn't gobble it up.
Yes, absolutely. Still time left in this chase. But Kuwait, they're going to have to get a move on right now. She tries to. Mariam Omar only gets it down to Yeshe Choden at long off. Just a single. Yeshe Choden, the former skipper, also has a reputation for being very good in the field. Bhutan, probably the best fielding side at the ICC T20 World Cup Asia qualifier last year in November. It's the end of yet another over for Bhutan. Dechan Wangmo, the skipper and leg spinner, to continue from the other end. Pressure piling onto Kuwait here. They're looking for that elusive boundary. Saifullah Malik, where are your boundary options?
Yeah, I think definitely over mid wicket is an option, and if a leg spinner is bowling, definitely that cover region is another option, going over cover.
Turn that into a full toss, but goes straight to Dechan Wangmo, who makes no mistake. That's been cut off.
That's a good effort by Dechan Wangmo.
And right in front of us, we see in the commentary box Hong Kong fast bowler Alison Siu picking up a frisbee. There you go. Hong Kong just getting warm before their encounter against Nepal. An hour and a half to go for that game. Dechan Wangmo, a good amount of flight. That's been nudged away, down too long on. Are they looking for two? It's not there. Khadija Khalil, of course, promoted up the order. She's on strike now. Does she take on the leg spinner?
I feel like a big sweep shot's coming if it's on the cards, I think. They don't have a mid wicket in play. It will be against the turn, but there isn't much turn in the surface to begin with.
Here we go. Khadija Khalil, the pinch hitter on strike. That goes into the leg side. Ooh, just one bounce to the fielder there. Sonam fielding at a short mid wicket. Very, very hard to take those. Diving in front of you. Unable to collect that on the half volley, and the bat is scampered through for a second run. Khadija Khalil, she's going to keep strike here.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she was trying to go over mid wicket in that ball.
There we go. That's squeezed onto the leg side. Down to long on for a single. Clearly, Kuwait are fully aware that they need to get a move on right now. You don't want that required rate getting up to 8, 9, or even 10 runs and over. Very hard to come back from such a situation. Brilliant, very tight bowling there. As Mariam Omar, she continues to be frustrated. Saved a lot of runs in the field. Took her catches, great ground fielding, some brilliant dives. She goes big. Oh, that's a drop catch at mid-wicket. You've got to take those. Bhutan, we were just praising their fielding. Perhaps a bit of a sharp chance there. That was drilled by Mariam Omar. She's still unable to find her first boundary of the innings. So a bit of a reprieve there for Kuwait. The 8th over has been brought to a close. 2 wickets down Kuwait. It could have so easily been 3.
Yeah, we can see the required run rate has now climbed up to 8.2 runs and over. And I think it's a bit of a tricky situation to be a Kuwaiti batsman. I think they can't afford any dot balls from this stage onwards.
Oh, that's flighted. Deceived in the flight there. Khadija Khalil trying to go big. Unable to make any connection on that. She's definitely looking for that big shot. I definitely like the intent here to send Khadija Khalil up the order. Only time will tell. Does it pay off? Oh, another play and a miss. No movement of the feet. Just taking her eyes off the ball as well.
Yeah, one thing that I don't agree with could be the fact that the boundary riders are going way too inside, walking way too inner to the 30-yard circle, 25 yards, beg your pardon.
Goes big again. Chance here for Anju Gurung. Decides not to go for the catch, and wisely so. Keeps it down to a single.
You don't need singles will not hurt Bhutan at this stage as well. Boundaries, however, will definitely cause some damage. 1 run now in 3 deliveries. Mariam Omar has to get a move on things now. There, she's 8 of 28 deliveries.
Here we go. Shering Zhang Mo, the off spinner. Down the leg side. Ooh, perhaps the first mistake from Zhang Mo in this innings. The batters, they're going to get back for 2 runs. So that's 3 bonus runs in total for Kuwait. Oh, Saif al-Malak, he is shaking his head right now.
Yeah, I think that's just unnecessary from the bowler. She doesn't need to do anything different. Just need to stick to the basics. Bowl stump to stumps. Doesn't need to try anything different.
Oh, brilliant bit of deception there. It's a loud appeal. The umpire, he's unmoved. Slowing that up. Yet another play and a miss off an extravagant attempted slog sweep there from Mariam Omar. That's absolutely brilliant. Slowing it up, sharing Zhang Mo. That one going on with the arm. Mariam Omar deceived in the flight. It's been a really, really good spell here from Sharing Zhang Mo, with the exception of those wides down the leg side, but we'll let her go for that. She's had a good spell with the ball. There we go. Khadija Khalil wants the single.
She doesn't need to throw. Doesn't need to throw. That's not required at this stage.
My word. Not the best cricket all round there from both sides. Mariam Omar. It looked like she didn't quite slide her bat into the crease either. Just walked in. Gets away with it. She was in her crease. But for me, it's a question of you rather be safe rather than sorry. Here we go. The off spinner. Sharing Zhang Mo. Trying to close out the over. Yeah, there we go. Slows it up. Collects yet another dot ball. So Bhutan keeping things very, very tight. Looking like hot favorites in this contest right now. It's 36 for 2 after 9 overs.
Our required run rate has now gone up to 7.7 runs an over. That's much better for Mariam Omar. Beautifully played in the gap, and that's her first boundary. Comes after 31 deliveries, so not the ideal way that she would have liked her boundary to come. But nonetheless, it's a very important boundary for Kuwait. Single, boundary in a single, that's good cricket.
That's slogged into the leg side. Has Khadija Khalil found the gap? No, she hasn't. Just 2 runs there. But I like this intent. Khadija Khalil trying to go for it. And she has no other option at this stage. The score now moves on to 43 for 2. We're halfway through this, the 10th over. 70 runs needed in 63 balls. She goes big again. She hasn't got it. A catching chance. No! Mid-wicket, unable to get around. I don't think she got a hand on that either. It was a tough chance. It was a half chance, but had Bhutan taken that, it would have been 3 down. The pinch hitter, Khadija Khalil, would have been walking back to the dugout. Not to be. Mariam Omar. She's eyeing up that leg side field. Just minutes ago, she struck her first boundary. Will that be the shot that opens the floodgates here for Kuwait? Wide, tossed up. That's a misfield. I'm not sure if that was a bump ball. I believe it was. So Anju Gurung there, a misfield costing Bhutan a single. Khadija Khalil now back on strike. So this partnership is brewing for Kuwait. If Khadija Khalil can get a couple of boundaries in as well, that would be a huge, huge bonus here. Come on, Khadija, you've got to go for it. Down the leg side, she's going to collect some free runs. There's work to do here for third man, who cuts it off quite easily.
Yeah, I mean, this over has been a shocker of an over for Dechan Wangmo.
Absolutely. 3 bonus runs. And it's the captain as well, Dechan Wangmo. You got to lead from the front. You can't be drifting down leg. You cannot give free runs to the opposition. Khadija Khalil on strike. Goes big again. Straight to deep mid-wicket. Deep square leg, rather. It's a single.
I wouldn't mind seeing an over from one of the fast bowlers. Just to get things back on track for themselves. And it's a water break.
Absolutely, the halfway point in this chase. 46 for 2, Kuwait. Apologies, it's 49 for 2, Kuwait. And don't go too far. We will be back with you shortly in around maybe 90 seconds. Players, of course, on a hot and sultry day, 30 plus degrees here at the Kinrara Oval, getting a well-deserved drink. Perhaps I'll take a couple of sips of this H2O as well. 64 runs needed. 64 runs needed for Kuwait. Off 60 balls, they have 8 wickets in hand.
Back in their direction. The pendulum is sort of swinging into Kuwait's way at the moment. 64 runs in 10 overs isn't a mighty feat to accomplish, but a couple of dot balls in there will sort of get them panicky a bit. And could that last over be the catalyst though for Kuwait?
Yep, you get the sense that the momentum starting to shift. Starting. You gotta love these little blunders, these little bloopers in the commentary box. Much like any other profession and many aspects of life, you need to retain the ability to laugh and learn from your mistakes. 64 needed now off 60 deliveries. The umpire signals to the scorers that we're ready to get underway yet again. I like this. Khadija Khalil batting on 11 off 12.
Yeah,
make that 11 off 13. A dot ball to kick off Shering Zangmo's final over.
Yeah, I mean, a great way to just accumulate dot balls is to make them play that cut shot. Something that international cricketers do very often.
Bang through the leg side. She doesn't get all of it. Deep mid-wicket. Runs in and cuts that off really well. It's Sange Wangmo. Sange Wangmo, of course, playing in that under-19 qualifier for the under-19 Women's World Cup to be held last year. So she's been in Malaysia for a couple of weeks now. It's a similar thing with Gawang Choden and fast bowler Sonam. Interesting thing about fast bowler Sonam, she doesn't seem to have a last name. So we're going to find out what that last name is. Once again, Sange Wangmo, bit of a misfield, allowing the batters to get back for 2. And amidst all that excitement, we miss the fact that 50 has come up for Kuwait. Make that 52 off 10.3 overs. They've only lost 2 wickets. A good foundation here for the Kuwaiti batters to finish off this innings. We were talking about how Bhutan were in the back seat around 10 or 15 minutes ago, and how quickly things change here at the Kinrara Oval. Bang, turns that into a full toss. Work to do for the fielders in deep. They can't cut it off. It splits the gap there between mid-wicket and long on. So a very useful boundary here for Kuwait. You can hear that dugout. They know exactly how important that boundary was. not just for the team, but also for Mariam Omar. It's her second boundary. She's well into her innings. Shering Zangmo's final over not going according to plan.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was talking about. The fielders were way too inside, and that creates them to not be able to cover those balls.
Turned away. Very good calling here from Kuwait and very good cricket. They picked up the boundary, now they pick up the single. Keeps that scoreboard ticking, and it keeps Kuwait in control of this chase.
Yeah, I think Bhutan need to bring on one of their marquee fast bowlers back into the attack, just to slow things up a bit now.
She goes big. Khadija Khalil doesn't get all of it. It's going to land in no man's land. Yeshe Choden runs around and cuts off that second run. A good piece of fielding there from Yeshe Choden. We have 9 overs left. 55 needed off 54. Kuwait have 8 wickets in hand. All my YouTube viewers, anyone watching on Facebook or Crick Tracker's official website, I want to hear from you. Who are you backing in this game? 55 of 54. Who are favorites? Who's going to win? Dechan Wangmo, the skipper and leg spinner. She's been shoveled into the leg side. There's a big gap there. Deep mid wicket, runs around, does well. Just a single there. Gawang Choden just holding her shoulder there. The under-19 skipper, the left-handed opener. A good piece of work, I beg your pardon, in the deep. Into the leg side. Mariam Omar finds that gap in front of square on the leg side. Another boundary in quick succession for the right-handed opener. Kuwait now well in charge of this chase.
Yeah, that's poor field placement. So yet again we could see that the Kuwaiti batsmen were eyeing that leg side and opting to put that deep cover down and bringing the short mid-wicket into play is a wrong decision. Mariam Omar moving nicely now. Started off really slowly, but she's picking up the pace now.
Exactly 50 runs needed of 52 deliveries. That required run rate coming under 6 runs and over. And it continues to stay under 6 runs and over. That's slapped to long off for a single. And it seems like the move to send Khadija Khalil out at number 4 has worked really well for Kuwait. I don't believe she's hit a single boundary, but just the intent has rubbed off here on Mariam Omar. A big appeal here, and it's given. Playing across the line of that one. But no harm done. The move to send Khadija Khalil up to number 4 has worked for Kuwait. She's walking back to the dugout, but not before she stitched together a good partnership with Mariam Omar. It's 64 for 3 right now. A couple of cheeky drinks running onto the field for both teams. Mariam Omar, she's been there from the very start, as you can see.
Yeah, the only problem with that is new batsmen walking in could result in some flurry of dot balls. That's a possibility. And I think the Bhutanis have to bring the field in, I think, for the new batter. With Siobhan Gomez, I believe.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to see Amna Sharif, the skipper, slides down the order even more, with Siobhan Gomez walking in at number 5. Amna Sharif struggled a tad in that chase against Nepal. At one stage, it looked like Kuwait were capable. Well, they've always been capable of causing an upset, but it looked like they were likely to cause an upset in that game against Nepal. Amna Sharif just struggling a bit in that innings, and we see her pushing herself down the order a little bit. A very selfless move here from Kuwait's skipper. Siobhan Gomez walking in at number 5. No doubt Kuwait just want to keep that momentum going. And the good thing for Kuwait, in spite of losing that wicket, Mariam Omar is still at the crease and she's at the striker's end. Look at her. She's eyeing up that leg side boundary. She's peppered it in the last couple of minutes. Into the leg side once again. That is just a single.
She's got to get that ball at least middle on off stump. That's the channel where she should be aiming at, especially the new batter. We haven't seen Mariam Omar get some boundaries through that cover region.
The leg spinner has been lofted over the offside. Will this find the gap? Yes, just about. Anju Gurung does the tidying up, but she cannot prevent a very useful 2 runs for Bhutan. Apologies for Kuwait there. Useful 2 runs for Siobhan Gomez brings that over to a close.
Yeah, a bit streaky from Mariam Omar, but still collects a couple of runs nonetheless.
$67 for 3 after 12 overs. 46 needed off 48. 7 wickets in hand. We have a change in bowling. The right arm seamer Tashi Cheki into the attack for the first time today. Tashi Cheki. She's going to have to keep it tight. You don't want to lose momentum, especially after taking a big wicket. Slapped into the offside. Yeshe Choden at long off. Rarely ever makes a mistake. Shering Zangmo as well. She's at long off. Sorry, long on. The other fielders on the boundary. We've got a deep cover as well. And of course, a deep mid-wicket. 4 fielders on the boundary here. Tashi Cheki looking to keep it tight, perhaps looking for that breakthrough. That's short and wide. Nearly a double bouncer. Signaled wide by the umpire. We said she had to keep it tight. That's not very tight. I'm 3 bottles of water into this commentary stint. 1,500 ml of water. I need that voice for the next game.
What a
oh,
shot.
look at that. A reverse sweep. The shot of the day. It goes to the boundary for 4. Beating that fielder at third man. If Kuwait do win this match, you have to feel Mariam Omar, strong contender for player of the match. I'm definitely going to ask her about that in the presentation ceremony.
Oh, definitely. That's an exceptional shot. Out of nowhere. I'd never expected that to have been played. I think that's the first reverse sweep I've seen of this tournament as well. Brilliantly played by Mariam Omar.
For me, it's the second. I just cannot put my finger on who that first person was. But that's okay. Kuwait, they don't care. They've got 4 runs. They've got a target to chase. And they're in the box seat. Here we go. Mariam Omar. Will she do it again? No, she's going to tuck it away off her hips for a single. What smart cricket here from Mariam Omar. Picks up a boundary. Picks up a single. Scoreboard pressure here for Bhutan. Siobhan Gomez, there's a big gap there between the bowler and long off, between the bowler and long on. Down the ground, she goes for that gap. There's work to do for long on. Shering Zangmo makes no mistake. That's a very good throw from the deep. Tashi Cheki. That's Fuller. Picked up over the leg side. Will that be a boundary?
To be a couple of runs.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of runs. Saifullah Malik with a better view than I do. My view being blocked by a massive black curtain. Bit of a blind spot there for me, but that's okay. That's why it's great to have a co-pilot here in the comm box, Saifullah Malik, bringing you unique insights. Loves making comments on field changes, bowling changes. That's nudged away. A quick single. Tashi Cheki unable to collect. Had she collected that and thrown to the non-strikers end, Mariam Omar would have been in trouble. Not to be. End of yet another productive over here for Kuwait. They're absolutely bossing this chase. You've got to say, probably 80-20 favorites right now to come up trumps in this contest against Bhutan.
Yeah, definitely. Just 35 runs required now of, I believe, 7 overs. Should be a walk in the park for Kuwait. Required run rate an exact 5 runs an over from now.
Absolutely. And it's the first time as well in this innings where that required rate has come down to 5 runs and over. We see a change of bowling here. In fact, there we go, Dechan Wangmo having yet another change of heart. And you get the feeling she's got to introduce either Sonam or Anju Gurung. That's exactly what she does. Sonam is into the attack. She has 2 overs left. Anju Gurung has another 2 overs left. They should most definitely bowl sooner rather than later. If I was Bhutan, this chase is getting out of hand. I'd go bang, bang with Sonam and Anju Gurung right now. Try to get this momentum back. Trying to get Mariam Omar out right now.
Yeah,
you've got to be aggressive.
They definitely need Mariam Omar's wicket. I think that is really, really important.
Here we go, big spell, Sonam Choden. Oh, a wide delivery to kick things off. That's not how you want to start a new spell.
Yeah, she needs to be much tighter than that. Needs to pull stump to stump. And hopefully get a mistake from Mariam Omar's bat.
Bhutani fans. They're looking to Sonam for a breakthrough. Can she provide it? Bang! That's slapped through the offside, finds the fielder.
Dot ball nonetheless.
From Kuwait's perspective, even if only 3 runs or something in that region come off this over, as long as you survive the over, you take the game deep, you deprive this Bhutanese spearhead of the wickets she so craves, that's a win for you. And wait for the bowlers to make a mistake. They're going to earn line. You will get a couple of extras here and there, pick up a couple of singles. If a loose ball comes, then yes, put that away. Tense moments here at the Kinrara Oval. Tension in that Kuwaiti dugout, tension on the field, yet another close game. Oh, a play and a miss. That was an interesting decision. Very, very close to those blue parameters.
A bit harsh, I must say, from the umpire. Felt like he were under the bat of Mariam Omar as well.
Sonam coming off a much shorter run here. That's slapped to deep mid wicket. They're looking for 2. They're going to try and come back for it. There's a chance here. That was a very strong throw, but Sonam should have been up to the stumps there. Didn't give herself much of a chance of effecting a run out. She was standing far too far behind those stumps. You have to be closer to the stumps, collect that on the full and try and whip the bails off. Mariam Omar on strike. This has been a good over for Kuwait. Coming off a shorter run. Bang over the offside. She's going to collect another 2. Look at that. They're going to come back. And it looks like they're going to make it quite easily. Yes, they do. Second 2 in this over. So this bowling change not quite going to plan for Bhutan. Sonam unable to pick up that wicket. Coming off a shorter run, perhaps because Bhutan are behind on that over rate. The game is supposed to end in 14 minutes from now. So Bhutan behind on their over rate. That's an ambitious appeal. Turned down. So once again, it looks like the commentators are going to get a very short lunch break here. I'm going to have to eat my fish sambal, egg sambal, while commentating on that next game.
Yeah.
Take 2 bites in between overs. Take 45 minutes to eat lunch. All for a good cause, though. It's been a great tournament. That's clothed into the leg side for a single. But like we said, it's been a really good tournament. It's roared to life in the last day or two. This is the second consecutive game I've commentated on, which has gone really close. That game between Singapore and Oman going down to the last over. Singapore winning with 1 ball to spare. Vinu Kumar really making a name for herself. Sonam off a short run.
Shot.
Slap down the ground. Work to do here for mid-off. Long off, I beg your pardon. That's a bit of a wayward throw. And that brings another good over for Kuwait to a close.
Yeah, I think Kuwait are definitely favourites from this point onwards. Definitely don't see them losing this match. They need another 28 runs from 37 deliveries.
Here we go. The left arm seamer, Anju Gurung, brought back into the attack. There's a chance it might be a little too late here for Bhutan. 86 for 3 is the score after 14 overs. 27 needed off 6 overs. So Kuwait firmly in the box seat here, but 1 wicket can completely change things for Bhutan. It could be the spark that they need to come up trumps in this contest. Coming from around the wicket, Anju Gurung.
Yeah, Sonam is on 42 as well. It's been a good knock from her anchoring the innings.
Here we go, the left arm seamer. Oh, no foot movement there from Gomez. Playing a miss there. 27 off 35.
Yeah, 1 maiden over here could just shift the tides a little bit. And Anjum Gurung is definitely more than capable of doing that.
Anju Gurung. Oh, another play and a miss, just fending in that one outside the off stump. So consecutive dot balls here for Anju Gurung.
Yeah, so nothing short really from I believe it's Siobhan Gomez. She's got to be looking more positive than this. I mean, you still got to play according to merit.
Absolutely classic stuff here from the left arm seamer. Angle in, shape away. There she goes again. That's a no ball. It looked like she really messed up her run on that occasion. Just kind of lost her rhythm there. And when that happens, the best thing to do as a bowler is just pull out. But once again, that pressure of a slow over rate, it looks like it's just telling on Bhutan. She's got her hands on her head because she knows, I'm Anju Gurung. I'm the spearhead of this attack. It's been that way for years. And I have higher standards for myself. Gives away a free run. And a potentially massive moment in this game, in this chase. Siobhan Gomez facing a free hit. What can she do? Goes bang through the offside. Yeshe Choden will keep it down to a single. So Anju Gurung a little lucky to get away with that one. Siobhan Gomez backing away, unable to find the fence. But really good stuff here from Kuwait. They're firmly in command of this chase. Mariam Omar, she's been there from the start. 2 for 20 with the ball, a brilliant display in the field. And now she's firing with the bat. Through the offside, Yeshe Chodan, she's been in the thick of things. She hasn't made a single mistake. Keeps that down to 1. But at this point, Bhutan, they need wickets, they need dot balls, especially the wicket of Mariam Omar looking so dangerous. Siobhan Gomez walking in at number 5. It's her non-striking partner, however, who's had the lion's share of the strike. Gomez on strike.
That's well bowled.
It's the 3rd time in this over that Gomez has played and missed to a delivery outside the off stump. And I wonder, if I am Anju Gurung, do I mix it up with one that just goes on with the angle, perhaps a Yorker?
Yeah, she's got to bowl this ball into the stumps, I believe.
I completely agree, Seth. Target those stumps. Anju Gurung, last ball of her 3rd over.
And she knocked him over.
There we go. We were just speaking of that. Perhaps a little fortuitous there for Anju Gurung. An inside edge there from Siobhan Gomez, and it's 4 wickets down for Kuwait. Perhaps a bit of a lifeline here. Can they capitalize on this? Oh, she's got her hands on her knees, Anju Gurung. Perhaps just feeling the heat, quite literally, here at the Kinrara Oval. And finally, walking in at number 6. She's pushed herself down the order, but she's walking in now. The Kuwaiti skipper, Amna Sharif. A punch of the gloves. That was interesting. Siobhan Gomez trying to go for a punch of the gloves. Amna Sharif, she's too focused. She didn't even notice. Walked right past her teammate. Here we go. Mariam Omar. Amna Sharif at the crease. The captain and the former captain. Out there in the middle. Trying to stitch together a partnership that takes Kuwait past this 112 total of Bhutan. Here we go. You can cut the tension with the knife edge right now. Here's Tashi Cheki. Interesting change of bowling. That's down the leg side. It looks like there's bat on that, so she gets away with that, just a single. I wonder if fast bowler Sonam is injured, in fact, which is why she's been taken out of the attack.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I think a new batter comes in. They need to apply some pressure on the new batsman now. Just get as many dot balls as possible. Maybe bring the cover in and bowl on the off-stump channel. Just gotta make a play and miss.
I'm going to correct my pronunciation. Tashi Cheki. I'm pronouncing it with a strong Caucasian accent here. Tashi Cheki. Into the attack. That's worked away into the leg side. Quick single. Could be trouble.
And it is.
It does hit. It's trouble, but it's not out. That's the important thing. Kuwait getting a very useful single there. Oh, nervous moments there for that Kuwaiti dugout. And Mariam Omar back on strike. Tashi Cheki's bowling to her. Oh yeah, that's well done. That one. Just tucking up the right hander, not giving her any width to work with. It's a 5-4 leg side field right now. Deep mid wicket in place. Long on. We've got a deep third man and a deep cover on the boundary as well. 5 fielders in the circle, 4 fielders outside the circle. Tashi Cheki, that's straight, tucks up the right-hander. Ooh, she's unable to get through on time. Kuwait have been so good at that drop and run has been a feature of this chase so far. You got to give credit to Mariam Omar. She was batting on 5 not out off 20 agonizing deliveries, but she's made a really good recovery here, shepherding this Kuwaiti run chase. See that again? Say that again. Oh, that's taken at backward point. The big wicket of Amna Sharif. And just as importantly, a dot ball as well for Tashi Cheki. So yeah, there you go. 5 wickets down. Kuwait have now lost half their side. Bhutan coming back into this game, and it's the skipper. She is walking back to the pavilion.
Yeah, great hands by the point fielder. Not easy at all. Take
The important thing, of course, Mr. Saifullah Malik, is Mariam Omar. She's still at the crease.
She's been the lone ranger for the Kuwait.
There we go. As you can see on your screens, 92.45. That wickets column will soon be updated. We have 1 delivery left in the 16th over. 25 potential deliveries left in this chase. And Kuwait still have work to do. 21 needed off 25. It was such a similar equation yesterday at the Kinrara Oval between Singapore and Oman. I tell you what, another wicket right now, and we're going to see a very, very good finish. It's already been a tense encounter. We called it at the start of the game. We said there was a big chance that these two evenly matched teams would be facing off in a thriller today. And here we go, the left-hander. Tashi Cheki's done well to adjust to that left-hander. She keeps that down to a dot ball. 21 needed off 24. 5 wickets in hand for Kuwait. Saifullah Malik, 21 needed off 24 deliveries. Where's your money?
Yeah, I think it's a tricky situation because anything can happen now. Dot balls can accumulate and that would result in Mariam Omar possibly making a mistake. But then again, some boundaries could be leaked, and if I had to put my money, you know what, I'm going to be a bit rebellious and going to go with Bhutan.
Mate, you've read my mind, because that's exactly what I was going to do. I just get the sense that something's going to happen here. It's a brave prediction to make from the both of us, especially with Mariam Omar at the crease. And we see a change of ends this time for fast bowler Sonam. So it's good to know that the heavy workload she's been facing in the last couple of weeks has not taken a toll on her. She's still going to come in from that short run-up. We're 46 minutes away from Hong Kong versus Nepal. Sonam, that's full. Oh, hey, a run-out chance here. Mariam Omar. Oh, no. Anju Gurung. A misfield at a crucial juncture.
Yeah, but that's a really good ball from Sonam. Yorker, outside off stump. Exactly what is required at this stage.
Interesting moment just now in the commentary box. I swear that crow was eyeballing me. It was really, really creepy. But more importantly, it's 20 needed off 23 deliveries. The left-hander, Mariama Haider, I beg your pardon, she's on strike. Sonam, she's coming from over the wicket. Through the offside. She's found the gap. Loud cheers from that dugout. They're looking for 2. They're going to try to come back.
Oh, could be run out.
Trouble.
And it's good!
There we go! The massive wicket of Mariam Omar. We were just speaking about it. Bhutan fans, Bhutan's dugout, Bhutan's fielders are so excited. A massive opening for them right now. I'm getting so excited here in the commentary box, nearly losing my voice. 6 wickets down now for Kuwait. Look at this. The ACC Women's T20 Championship has roared to life. We had a thriller yesterday. It looks like we could get another thriller right now.
Yeah, I think that's a huge moment in this game. Mariam Omar never looked interested in that second, but Mariama Haider was really pushing for that and just caught her by surprise. And unfortunately, Mariam Omar departs.
Absolutely. Oh my god. We got some serious drama here in the commentary box. Well, out in the middle. We're just commentating on the drama. My oh my. It looks like we're gonna have yet another thriller.
And that's a dot ball.
"94 for 6, Mariam Omar dismissed just minutes ago for 46, a really good innings. But you have to say, not sure Kuwait should have risked that second run. The risk not paying off. Here we go, Sonam. Oh, that's a big appeal. That one perhaps sliding down leg. Where is the non-striker going?
I mean, that was an easy single as well. But the striker was just frazzled by the LBW shout.
Yup, good call there from Saifullah Malik. So observant throughout the innings, my co-commentator, Mr. Saifullah Malik, Malaysia men's team player. Here we go, Sonam. On the leg side, that's worked away, runs for Kuwait. Is that going to run away to the boundary? Yes, it does. Big boundary here for Mariama Haider. Kind of takes the pressure off for Kuwait.
That's a bad delivery to bowl. You have to bowl it on the off-stump channel, especially to the new batters, just to get those dot balls accumulating. Don't have protection, don't have fine leg down as well.
My word, that equation now shrinking to 15 off 19 deliveries. 4 wickets left. And maybe with that boundary, Kuwait have wrestled back the momentum. Maybe they're just about favourites. The thing for Bhutan is Mariam Omar has just been run out. She's sitting back in the dugout. That's nudged away into the offside. A very simple single. The experienced Mariama Haider, she's going to keep the strike. 14 needed off 18. My God. Saifullah Malik, the players out there providing us with yet another thriller, making us work hard.
Yeah, it's turning out to be a great end to this game, which has been a very entertaining contest. It's been a low-scoring match, but entertaining nonetheless.
Absolutely. At the end of this game, I'm gonna have to run down for that presentation ceremony. I'm gonna have to run to the toss, try and grab that lunch. I hope we don't run out of the good stuff today.
Good luck, mate. I'll be running to the cafeteria.
Mate, you better pick me up a plate of fruit and pasta. I'm hoping for white sauce today. White sauce pasta. We need to stop talking about pasta though. 14 needed off 18 deliveries. Tashi Cheki. Interesting move here. She's going to continue. Oh, that's up in the air. It's a chance. You've got to take it, Bhutan. No, it's put down. The batters, they scamper through for 2. Oh my word. If that catch was taken, it would have been a wicket and a dot ball. But not to be. That catch going down from Bhutan. Another life here for Mariama Haider. Tashi Cheki.
Oh, that's really close.
Big appeal. And a wrong chance as well. Oh my God, Saifullah Malik, that was so close.
It looked pretty adjacent from here, Jay, I must say.
I don't think height was a factor either. Tashi Cheki, not the tallest of bowlers. Not a lot of bounce in this wicket as well. It's not like it's keeping low on this wicket. It's very true bounce. No variable bounce whatsoever so far today. A very good batting track. Oh, that's edged down to third man. It looks like it's going to be a fortuitous boundary. Mariama Haider with yet another 4 to her name. That is really, really going to hurt Bhutan.
Yeah, that's really fortunate. It's unfortunate as well for Bhutan. Another 8 runs.
This is not an easy equation for Bhutan, but they cannot let those heads drop because they still have 1 over left from Anju Gurung.
She's got to bowl the penultimum, I believe. She has to bowl the next over.
Absolutely no other option for Bhutan. But they need to get out of this over. That's guided away down to third man. Run out chance. Yeshe Choden. Oh, a direct hit would have seen the new batter at the crease, Maria Josvi, out of her crease. Not to be, however. We still have a delivery left in this over, I believe. And the countdown begins. 7 runs needed for Kuwait.
The next over is going to be really interesting. They have to close out this over though. Gotta make the batsman play that cut shot.
Come on, Maria Josvi. Say the Kuwait dugout. Round arm action. Pushed into the offside. Big run out chance. Oh, she goes. She had a lot of time. She didn't have to go for the backhand flick. Could have turned around and taken a proper shot at the stumps. Tashi Cheki, it's easier said than done, however. She had to think on her feet, and I don't think she chose the best option.
Yeah, they've got to not panic at this stage. And we can clearly see what Kuwait is trying to do. They're just getting bat and ball and they're running. Even if it's going straight to the bowler's hand, they're going to run. They need to be composed now.
6 runs needed. Kuwait have the luxury of 13 deliveries. Tashi Cheki. That's in the air. Mariama Haider. She hasn't gotten all of it, but she's going to get 1. Oh, this could be 2.
Poor. Very poor.
No. 4 required now of 12 deliveries. End of the over. 109 for 6 Kuwait. They're in the box seat.
They've got to bring the field in. They can't. They need to not give away singles now. That is really important, I believe. Can Anju Gurung get a maiden here? Setting up the final over to be really, really fascinating.
If there's anyone that can do something special here, it's Anju Gurung, the left armer. Bowled a really, really good third over. Brought Bhutan back into the contest. At one stage, Kuwait needed 21 of 24 deliveries. That equation has shrunk. With 17 runs coming in the last 2 overs, we have a short mid-wicket in place, a short cover. Anju Gurung from around the wicket.
Oh, that's close. That's given. That is exceptional bowling from Anju Gurung. Keeping this match entertained, keeping the commentators on their toes as well.
Absolutely. We are absolutely on the edge of our seats right now. So much tension. At least I'm about to lose my voice here in the comm box. So lucky to have Saifullah Malik here providing really good backup for me, my co-pilot throughout the day. Mate, are you sticking around for that second game?
I'm not going anywhere, Jay.
Yeah, I like to hear that. Number 11 walking to the crease. Jersey number 11, I beg your pardon. Shanti Balasubramaniam. Walking in at number 9, 109 for 7. 4 required off 11 deliveries. Mariama Haider, the senior partner at the crease. Bhutan, they want wickets, or at the very least, they want to keep Balasubramanian on strike.
Gotta look at it another way as well. 3 wickets remaining, Anju Gurung, beg your pardon.
I love this field set right now. It's a 6-3 offside field. Short cover. Yeah, another dot ball. Well done, Anju Gurung. Well done, Dechan Wangmo, Bhutanese skipper. She's taken the responsibility. She is right there at short cover. Backward point. Apologies, gully. We have a short gully. Backward point as well. Not on the edge of that 25-yard circle. A few yards in. 4 off 10. Anju Gurung. That's pushed away. Oh, they're looking
Run
for
out
it. They're
chance.
not going to get it.
Given. Oh no. That
Oh, my
looked
word,
pretty
Saif
close.
Malik.
That looked pretty close.
A wicket
for
and
run out.
2 dot balls. We only have 3 wickets left. Are you still backing Bhutan?
I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm still gonna go with Bhutan.
I'm gonna go with my gut as well. Something just tells me it's gonna be Bhutan's game. The Kuwaiti fans not happy with me right now. They're nervous. It's 4 off 9. Anju Gurung from around the wicket. Pushed into the offside. Dechan Wangmo at short cover. Like we said, brilliant field setting here. This is exactly what you need to do. And we were talking about that wicket maiden. Rather, you were talking about it, Saifullah Malik. Seems like so far that prediction is looking good. 4 needed off 8. Where do Kuwait get their runs from? Anju Gurung.
Great
Bang
shot.
through the offside. That's a bit of a misfield. And they get through for that single. So, Mariama Haider back on strike. Saifullah Malik, what's your game plan if you're the left-hander? Boundary, single, what do you do?
Well, I think definitely Mariama Haider is going to look for a big shot. And I think Bhutan wouldn't mind this as well because they've got, if they can get a dot ball here, they will get Maria Jasui, I beg your pardon, the new batter, facing the next over.
Absolutely. Shanti Balasubramanian getting off the mark. She's at the non-striker's end.
Yeah, I like this from Bhutan. Keeping that field in for Mariama Haider.
And check out that angle as well. The left armer from around the wicket to the left-hander.
What a shot!
The leg side. This could be the game. Is that 6? Yes! A 6 to end the game. Kuwait, they storm the outfield. Yet another thriller here at the Kinrara Oval. Twice in 2 matches. We've had 2 of the best games of the tournament. You gotta feel for Bhutan. They fought right until the last moment, but Kuwait, with that massive 6 over the leg side from Mariama Haider. What an innings there from the left arm spinner and left hand batter.
Yeah.
What a thriller, Saifullah Malik.
I mean, goosebumps all around as well. Mariama Haider, what a shot that is. She has looked exceptional coming on, and what a cameo she has done. Honestly, this is one of the best cameos I've seen in this tournament so far.
Mate, you hit the nail on the head. I am going to run down to that presentation area. Folks at home, I'm one of your commentators for the day, Jay Dansighani. You like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansighani. Follow the Malaysian Cricket Association, Crick Tracker, and the Asian Cricket Council across social media. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Saifullah Malik to sum up what's happened in this crazy contest. Sum it up, buddy. Take it home.
It's been a brilliant day of cricket and another exciting game ahead as well. I mean, all praise to Bhutan. I think they've done really well in this game. Has to be said. It's been a great show from them as well. But Kuwait, what an end to this game. We can see in the scoreboard now. Mariam Omar, she has been the main contributor in this innings. 46 of 52 deliveries. What a knock that is from Mariam Omar. And the cameo, Mariama Haider, 21 of 12. That would probably be the game-changing innings, I believe. Definite candidate for man of the match as well, Mariama Haider. What a knock that is. And as for the bowling from Bhutan, we have Anju Gurung, 4 overs. 2 wickets of 22 was keeping the match really interesting towards the end. Sonam, 4 overs, 1 for 23. Sharing Zangmo, 4 overs, 1 for 19. Deshin Wangmo, 4 overs, 1 for 28. And Tashi Cheki, 3 overs, 1 for 24. It's been a great day of cricket. To all our viewers, hope you had a really great time. It's been a fascinating game and another great match ahead as well when Hong Kong take on Nepal. That's it from the com box. We have the match presentation after this, and don't go anywhere for the next game of the day. Thank you very much. This is Saifullah Malik signing off.
Bowling department, we kind of failed, but it's okay. There's always a room to improve, so that's fine.
Absolutely. And, what do you make of your experience so far in this tournament in Malaysia?
I think it's every country is suffering their batting performance, so next time we'll improve our batting and we'll come back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dechan, and commiserations once again.
Thank you.
I'd now like to invite the winning captain from Kuwait, Mrs. Amna Sharif. Amna, that was an absolute thriller. What's the mood like right now in the dugout?
I just want to say I love this team. They're amazing. I'm so proud of them. They're probably, we've been through so much highs and lows, and I think today was a pure team effort, and this is what, when a team comes together, this is what they can do. And this is what Kuwait team is all about.
Absolutely. And I noticed that, you shuffled yourself down the order. Khadija coming up to number 4, Shibon at number 5. Was this a deliberate attempt to keep up with the required rate?
Yeah, obviously, I've not been up to the mark with my bat, and obviously there's no shame in accepting that. Whatever works best for the team, and I think the girls were asked to, go and do a job, and they delivered, and we could see how each batter really contributed. So if somebody can do better than the other, then obviously the team is very understanding of different spots and positions, and they're very flexible. So I think that's one of our stronger points as well.
Amna, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Go enjoy with your team.
Thank you.
And of course, there were a lot of fine performances today as well. I'm going to read you out the nominees for Player of the Match. Firstly, Mariam Omar, 45 of 52 and 1 for 20. Mariama Haider, 21 not out and 1 for 14. And of course, Dechan Wangmo for 21 and 1 wicket in her 4 overs. But of course, there could only be one winner, and that winner was Mariam Omar!
Haider, come. Haider, please come. Haider, please come.
What a fantastic gesture. Mariam Omar sharing the Player of the Match award with Mariama Haider. Mariam, if you could just step to the mic for a couple of quick questions. I won't keep you too long. So Mariam, congratulations. That was an amazing all-round effort. You were also lightning quick in the field. Just talk to us a little bit about your preparation that, goes into your fielding.
I believe in hard work, and if you've done the hard work, all you have to do is just implement. Fielding, I believe it's one of my strengths, and I enjoy my cricket. I like to sort of back my team and give it all on the ground, and I think it's very visible as well with my fielding. If you enjoy your game, you just, it shows, I think, so yeah.
And in Australia, you've played with and against the likes of Elise Villani, Annabelle Sutherland, Meg Lanning. What's it like having that experience in a full member country, and how do you pass that on to the rest of the dugout?
There's a lot that goes in the rooms as well. There's a lot of learnings. We talk about, just the tactics and understanding the situation of the game, the awareness, for example, like towards the end, like the last 5 overs, Bhutan players, they were just capitalizing on those singles. So we were aware of that situation, and we just, implemented what we needed to do. So it's just understanding the situation, and obviously we learn a lot from the dressing rooms and sharing that dressing room with people like those superstars that you've mentioned. So there's a lot of learnings. We're still halfway there, but I love the fighting spirit of the girls. This is nothing obviously without them. The win is shared with all the girls, and they've done the effort as well. So yeah.
Mariam, congratulations on the win. So there you have it from the presentation ceremony. A win for Kuwait in an absolute thriller.